Hey, I'm Ian, and welcome to Amnesia, a Machine for Pigs. This is Amnesia game 2 out of 4. I have beaten all 3 of the other games, completely out of order. In order, it went 4, 1, 3. Why? Just how it happened. This is the worst rated Amnesia game that there is by a wide margin, but I can't just not play this, having beaten all the other ones. I just beat Rebirth, and I actually, overall, really enjoyed it. This game is quite old school with the menu system and everything like that. I don't remember what year this game came out, but I am ready to jump in. I had to turn this all the way down because the menu music is way too loud. How about 8 out of 10? Let's go 7 out of 10, okay? New game. I know nothing about this one. I'm hoping the sound will get quieter. Are we glitched? Hello? Okay. Finally. Like I said, I'm going into this completely blind. I don't know. He who makes a beast of himself removes himself from the pain of being human. Dr. Samuel Johnson.
Daddy, please don't kill me.
A face?
Daddy!
Are we in Castle Brandenburg again? What is this? Very low resolution, low frame cutscene right here. Fell out of bed. That's the intro. Okay. So once again, we are waking up disoriented. What? Okay. Are we disoriented still, or is it laggy? I can't really tell. Biblia. June 24th, 1899. In my dreams I see a man, dressed in jaguar skins, and feathered like a blooded saint. What came from the heart lubricated us. It crushed evil under its tread and liberated us all. The fetid heat of the jungle, mirrored somewhere behind my forehead. My temple pounds, the blood boils in my skull. It feels as if there is something alive there, A damn rat gnawing through my brains, eating its way out into the world. Even the laudanum will not quell its endless hunger. I hear my children playing in the attic, but it fills me with terror, not love. What desperate thoughts are these? I see. I don't, but I see. Okay, we're a little bit slow. The game gonna smooth out? Because that's kind of terrible.
Daddy, Daddy, find us.
$18.99, huh? Good year. So, first game, The Dark Descent took place in, what was it, 1837? Boy, this game's choppy, huh? Why is that? I don't like that. All these have locks on them. Maybe the game is just kind of like this because we just hit our head and woke up or something. Take a look around, get our bearings. Why is...
I held your hand and watched the blood pool between your legs. You lived long enough to see Edwin, but not Enoch. I will take care of them, my love. I promise you this.
Uh-huh. Okay. Everything's locked. What the hell? I have like a... I'm playing this on GOG Galaxy.
Papa, Papa,
I don't
this
have
way.
a FPS display. I should have one, but it seems the overlay is not working, so that's good. Scary. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a bad man coming.
What do you mean? Lantern. Okay. Edwin and Enoch's Diary, October 11th, 1899. Daddy says there won't be a Christmas this year. He is much too busy. Nanny says we must not disturb him. He is ever so busy. He has gone for work before she wakes us, and often we are asleep before he returns. We found a bird in the garden with a broken wing. We gave it to Nanny, who says it was a filthy thing and hit it with a rolling pin. Later we crept downstairs to bury the body when everyone was asleep. There was a pig in the garden. We heard it snuffling about. And Daddy came and said we had to come inside straight away. He was furious, but we think he'd been crying again. Be careful not to attract unwanted attention with the beam. You guys taking notes? Okay, so I have learned that whoever we are a shitty father. Game is very choppy.
We're hiding, Daddy.
Pig masks and stuff everywhere. I'm assuming that is symbolic. Somehow. Will you? Great, now it's twisted. Can I just... Okay. Who goes there? I'm armed. They don't know that I'm not. $214.99. Yes, he said. I know these ruins. He was a shabby fellow, all rotten with some malodorous disease. I caught him looking at me strangely as if what he really wanted to know was how I knew of them, biting back the temptation to box his ears for the impudence. I simply smiled and told him that my family's library contained intriguing travel books. The illiterate oaf did not understand that, of course. He agreed to lead us anyway. I have told the children truly this will be an extraordinary adventure. If those old stones hold the financial benefits I predict, it will be merely the first of many. Shitty person, shitty father. Imagine that.
Daddy.
The choppiness is kind of getting to me. What sort of wealth is required to own this? Look at this. That painting was in Brandenburg in the first game. I remember it well because it's everywhere. Don't really remember some of these other ones.
You don't mind if I record this, do you? I find it most useful.
Ah, you have one of those wonderful departed bills. No, of course not, my dear fellow.
It's my own design, Professor, along with everything you see.
Most useful. You understand, of course, why the Ministry sent me. That they have concerns.
The Ministry of Magic? The Ziggurat? Were we an archaeologist or something? Okay, you got me. The shadow is trying to break in. Grab that rifle. What is that, an Enfield? Grab that. A call. What? $11,798. The bank is refusing credit, the ignorant swine. I sit alone at night and weep, whilst the children and servants are safely asleep when they cannot hear me. My darling, how I need you now. They say I've squandered my fortune, and my investment in these latest machines has ruined the family name. What? Vows to remain a local butcher? What are these 2 arms compared to the multitude that can be applied without pay, without tire, by adapting the mechanisms we find in the looms and the mills? But if the bank has its way, it will all come to nothing. If they come for the house, I swear I will kill them. I will kill them all. I will take my rifle, my rifle. That who's calling? Hello?
Hello?
Precious eagle cactus fruit. Help us.
Okay, I have no idea what that's doing. Something? I didn't close that behind me. Okay. Oh. Hee hee hee. So fun. A little weird and creepy. Why wouldn't this exist? That wasn't there before. There's a pig's head thing on our desk that wasn't there before.
This dawning epoch, this age of reason, an empire grown fat, ripe for the bleeding.
Oh. 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 Creepy. The shadow has come. Glowing doors? Didn't have that before. In Lily's honor, a banquet in Lilibeth Tilly Mandus. Interred here on 26 September 1890, the angels weep you to the glory your teeth sold for the dollies of the poor. What? You took her teeth out? What do you mean hold shift? Is that a piggy? Why is it all foggy and shit in here? Why does my game look different than the recording? Edwin and Enoch's diary, October the 3rd, 1899. Daddy says we're not allowed to play with the animals anymore. We were playing hide and seek with Cook, and he came and shouted at us just as we were going to hide behind Mr. Grumpy Teddy. Cook says it's because of the guns in there, but he always lets us help polish them, so it can't be that. Anyway, the room is haunted. If you sneak around there at night, you can hear the ghosts in the walls behind the cases. They are often angry, or that's how it sounds. I think that's why you can hear them rattling their chains and slamming doors and things like that. We don't like them in there anyway. Why does the recording in OBS look different than in-game? I guess the one with the recording looks fine. This is weird though. This is weird.
This way, Papa. Come and see.
Why does it look like that? I'm sorry. You're not supposed to do that when I'm messing with the graphics options? How dare you? Uncouth.
Daddy.
Okay, I guess that's what it is. Too much brightness? It's really weird though, because the game in the recording doesn't look weird. The right square is barely visible. Let me just translate this real quick so I don't say something insane on accident. This heart. Okay. Dieses Herz. Schlaf, mein Kind, schlaf. Dein Herz schlägt unter meiner Hand. Und ich wiege dich in diesen offenen Wunden mein. Dieses Herz. Sanft weiter durch mich. Und dein Herz gehört mir. Und ich wiege dich in dieser werdenden Liebe, dieses Herz, Traum dieser heiliger Wunder, wird bluten und die Engel trauern, dich schlafen zu sehen, mein Kind, schlaf und ich werde dich wiegen. I would say that was flawless German. Okay, but now I want to know what it actually says. Hold up. Okay. My heart. This heart. Sleep, my child, sleep. Your heart beats beneath my hand, and I cradle you in these open wounds. Wounds? This heart. Gently onward through me, and your heart is mine, and I cradle you in this dying love, this heart. Dream, this sacred wound will bleed, and the angels mourn only you to sleep. To see you sleep. My child sleep and I will cradle you. What a demonic... Is that like a lullaby? or something? Why would you read that to a child? Yeah, the game looks really... I'm sorry to keep doing this, but the game looks like scheisse. Turn it down a little bit. Looks really washed out. But in the OBS recording, it looks fine. I'm confused. It's unusual. The game is also quite laggy. I've got a 4090. This is a game from like 2011. Okay, let's, do I have an unlimited lantern? I don't have an inventory or anything like that. You know what, I'm gonna turn it all the way down to make it not look like crap. Maybe like that. Because if I have an unlimited lantern... I really like that painting. The frame rate is crap. It really... Oh, that taxidermy is so gross. Alright, I tried to mess around with some settings and restarted the game, so hopefully that helped. Disgusting. Nope. Terrible frame rate issues. I'm not done inside. Seems like the issue with the... Hello? But that looked like a freaking hooded person. Unlimited lantern is nice. And it goes into the... Well?
Mandus, do you know me?
Who are you? Where are my children?
Trapped, Mandus. Far below us. The machine is fouled. It is breached. It is flooded. The bulkheads are down. The children are encaged. If you help me, I can help you release them. Restore the power, Mandus. Drain the flooding and restart the great engines.
How? Where should I go? Hello? Hello?
Okay, so we're Mandus. What was... We saw a note regarding Mandus or something. No, we heard that recording earlier. What was our name? Mandus. Something Mandus. Wanna play some billiards? What? Stop. I'm trying to play billiards. Oh. 8 ball goes last. Don't forget, or you lose. I win.
I must say, my dear man, you look awful.
Yes, I seem to have picked up something rather nasty in Mexico.
I do understand what you've been through. A lesser man would have crumbled. Yet you have
There
made
you
all
go.
of this. Your great factory, your charities. It is a wonder for one man alone.
It will all be made clear, Professor. But first, a drink.
Okay, can the game smooth out, please? It's a known issue, apparently. I looked on Reddit. Can you smooth out, please? Thank you. Going out to the courtyard. We'll go out there in good time. Okay. 12/20/99. I am to have a visitor, the distinguished Professor A. He is come to ascertain my mental well-being after my prolonged absence from the club. But I am not stupid. He is here to spy for them. When they stalked the Ripper, he was often called to pontificate upon lacerations and missing organs. And now he comes to me to doff and wheedle. And my dear sir, but you must still grieve. And perhaps just a quick look at your engines, the triumph of the age. He knows nothing of loss, nothing of sacrifice, but to refuse? That would simply poke the hornet's nest, invite a swarm of interlopers and thieves. I must entertain this buffoon and submit to his intrusion. Perhaps I should show him the tripery, see whether his stomach, so trained by rummaging in the innards of clumsily vivisected whores, is strong enough to stare into the real engines of his golden age. I may even introduce him to Jack, or his sons at least. We have stronger locks on the windows now, and we bring their toys to them. That made me uncomfy to read that. That doesn't look like somewhere I want to go, but I will. This is so creepy, dude. Oh my. My oh my. That thing's moving. Seven kilograms per centimeter squared. Okay. Sure, let's see what happens if we... mess with the dial. What? Okay. We need to throw something down there. Where the frame rate is utter dog shit. Let me try lowering the graphics settings. What do you think? Should we? Turn off vertical sync. I didn't do anything. Leave it to a game from 20 years ago to freaking mess my stuff up. So annoying. So predictable. Let me guess, it's a pig.
Hands are bleeding, raw. I scrub and scrub, but the smell will not lift. How can I hold my children with these hands now? How can I kiss them goodnight with lips that have issued such instruction?
Can we have a voiced protagonist again? Seems only the bunker and the Dark Descent that doesn't have a fully voiced protagonist. Oh, the Sally E. the doll's cottager. Oh, she come a snuffling by night round ye door, with her pretty apron right down to the hoof. And her ringlets are fair and her eyes china blue, like a half-buried hand in the wintry snow, oh, like a hand in the wintry snow. And she'll beg you for apples through the window ajar, her face be all hidden, but her eyes shine aflame. And though you'll be tempted, her bosom so fair, she'll snatch you and catch you and eat out your heart, oh. She'll catch you and eat out your heart. So look to your manners come the eve of the year, lest Sally comes calling for apples, my dear. And know that some door ne'er should open wide. Take heed of your father and keep safe inside. Disobedient children make Sally her piezo, and warm Sally's beastly insides. Okay. Alright. I feel like I've accomplished nothing. What did I accomplish by going in there and doing that? Something. Of this I am dubiously certain. Go out here. No water? Okay. Come on, stay smooth. Nothing out here, huh? Open it all the way. Oh yeah. Gonna get me killed. Really, I can't grab one of these guns? Use it as a club at least? What would you? Mandus, you're such a big man, you shot an animal. Okay. A little chilly. Let me warm my tootsies by the fire. Ah. Can you hide under this? Nope. You sure we cannot. Alright. Turn on that lamp. It's too well lit in here, you know? Like, something's gonna come in here and knock out all the lights. Clock's broken. Should I go back upstairs? A guy said to go into the basement or something. This just goes out here, right? Okay, this is... okay. Alright, let's go upstairs, I guess. Really hate how choppy the game is right now, but what can I do? Old game, old engine, everything. Everything's very old. No rooms I can go into. Can't return that way. Can't open any of these, huh? Okay. So what we need to do is down here. Whatever we've got to do is down here somewhere. I've got to try to do something with the settings. Yeah, I don't know what to do. And it looks like the frickin' I went to the... I hit escape and now it looks like the weird gray is back. I don't know. I do something with that. I don't know. That's unhelpful completely. Maybe I should try to follow the pig or something? I literally went and turned down a bunch of settings and it didn't do anything. Now the game just looks worse for no reason. Oh, now we're smooth again. Can we not just stay like this? Okay, the pig thing went into here. Ah, the game is so much more enjoyable like this, obviously. What the hell do I do? There's a hidden switch behind that painting in there. Maybe that's similar in one of these areas? This is exciting. Oh. Oh, wait. Yeah, nothing we can do right here. It just goes into the billiard room. Starting to get pretty frustrated, not gonna lie. get through there. Oh. Did they mention something about a bear? They kind of did, didn't they? Okay, I don't want to jinx anything, but we've been stable for a moment here. Another machine room. Why can't you just stay smooth? Okay, I don't know what that did. If I just wait in the menu for a moment. 3, 4, 5. Okay. That wasn't closed before, was it? Open back up. Oh, we smoothed out again. Okay, good. I'm sure that might have been scary if I wasn't holding the door shut. Okay, well, once again, I have no idea what that did. And now we gotta go investigate the rest of the frickin' manor to find out what happened. Isn't that just exciting? Ah, they closed those gates.
I am off to market. I will cry all the way home. I will have none. I will have none at all.
What? Of what do you speak? Okay, that's open. That's open.
He's coming. Come on, Daddy. It's this way.
Okay. What are you trying to tell me? Metal ticking as it cools and contracts. This must be the strange machine my new friend told me of. If my children discovered this place, it is entirely conceivable they strayed downwards, delighted in their discovery. Very well. This is my route is predestined. The descent begins. Oh, I see. Okay. A fever dream. We're British. Maybe I should be reading in British. I wake alone, to a house in silence. That missing sound of children playing is like a dark and fecund sepulchre, beckoning me to begin a descent to the loam, where surely only bodies may be found. No matter. My children call and I shall answer. I will find them. Attics and nurseries. But they slept in the attic when they were babies in arms. Babes in arms. Arms. And perhaps they have hidden there now. I remember I insisted upon it midway between my bedroom and my office. Okay. The weeping rooms where once we sat to weep Lily's passing, under weapons that cannot slay the angels to retrieve her from heaven. Look beyond the paintings, Oswald, where once you watched her bathe. The children must have discovered those secret places, taking refuge there. So weird. Like, this is your wife, but you need to creep on her from behind a wall? Grand Hall. I just want to read all these to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, bears in bathtubs. That voice on the telephone. He speaks as if he knows me, and indeed I seem to remember him. Like a twin pulled away from the other at birth. I feel we are entwined, though I cannot conceive of how. I am a drowning man grasping for the surface within my own house. Beneath me I know there are splendid architectures hidden in the dark, if I can only find the entrances. Bears in bathtubs. And after the party she took my arm and said, "But darling, however did you get from the trophy room to the guest bathroom so quickly? Everyone considers you quite a magician." My darling Lilibeth. My father's house has many rooms, and as for mine, well, it also has its secret chambers. Okay. We've read them all now. The descent begins. Could you say the dark descent? Interesting game, this. Are we in like a town, or is this all part of our area? Our what would you call it? Estate. $18.99 is supposed to be. Ah. I see the pig masks. We need to be looking out for those. They might...
Come and see, Papa. We found an egg. A stone egg.
A stone egg? You mean like an orb? Begins. Against the rising waters curled into his cabin, he barely noticed the passing wreck. Weeks. The swell nearly sunk up, but his feet are kept floating in the dark. His song glowing. I thought it was going away. Okay. And now my lantern's broken, probably. Watch. No? Okay, good. Well, you know, if I've learned anything, is that the creators of amnesia games sure like to make you fall. They love a good fall.
Slow coach, it's this way.
Slow coach? Slow coach? Don't you mean slow poke? Slow coach.
The shaking ground you feel is our attempts to clear the floodwaters. Treachery, Mandus. We were undone. Your children are trapped by this act. You must find them before it is too late.
What do you need me to do? How can I find them?
Always deeper, Mandus. Through the piston room and into the tunnels. Then find the bilge and flush the rotten water. I will help you where I can. But you must be swift, my little friend.
What do you mean, little? Little friend? I don't care for that. Remember, amnesia games always start out chill, relatively. And they slowly introduce the monsters. Who knows, this game might buck the trend. just wish the frame rate would stay stable. Did I say frame weight? I'm an idiot. I saw those things, but we couldn't pick them up, so probably gonna be one in there, but I'm gonna grab this one. Great. Of course, there's one right there. I don't know. There's multiple in here. That did what? I don't know. Probably something good. Yeah, the game does seem to be stabilizing more quickly since I turned down the graphics. Shouldn't be necessary, but it is what it is. Oh, I opened that gate. Okay. Yo, somebody got a pot of tea on or something? Sounds like a kettle boiler.
Bandaged feet and eyes. Small bones in the orchard. I have carried this world on my back with its legs about me. Damn this wretched soul. I am given birth to nothing but machinery.
Okay. What am I supposed to do in here? Huh. What's this? Here we go. Okay. Great. That probably opened up that gate back there. Something clattering around back there. I don't much like it. No, sir, I don't like it. Good one, dude. Wait, have we been here? No. Right? Okay, another gate. And another console. Another fuse. Alright. Trapped. Was it a trick? That voice on the phone, who seems so close to my own, who seems to know me so well, does he lead me for a nefarious purpose of his own secret devising? Or do I have a choice? Even though his motives are unknown to me, I must find my boys. I will follow the machinery down to the very core of the earth, if it will lead me to Edwin and Enoch. The saboteur has been this way. Intriguing. The gates are far too heavy for a man to lift, and are instead hoisted aloft by a chain coiled about a tube that appears to be spun by motors connected to these electrical switches. Whilst the fuse is blown, the motor cannot be spun, and the gates will remain an impenetrable barrier to progress. More electrical sabotage. Another confounded fuse box. The fellow is thorough in his sabotage, if somewhat repetitive. The stench from these barrels is quite discomforting. I would certainly hope that whatever chemistry this room is designed to store is not a defining feature of the flood that threatens my children. I don't know, man. Gotta go back and get a fuse. And the game smoothed out. Love it. You loved. Oh, you can't. You hate to see it. And the game's taking a dump again. Come on, man. Yo, game, can you just walk in? When was the last time somebody played you, huh? You're an old game. Nobody's playing you anymore. You should be grateful. Right? Great. Let's go back this way. There's something down here, mayhaps? Ah. 8/19/99. Von Reichenbach writes of the Odic force, whilst that ignorant charlatan Blavatsky pontificated upon the soul. They are both cretins. To think one could strive for such great heights without wading first through puke and innard, without standing upon an architecture of bones. Montezuma was the wiser, but here in our temples of steel I have witnessed the severed head of a man, recently trampled to death by a runaway carriage immersed in a solution of the Brennenburg compound, open his eyes and cry, "Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where is my body?" We are breaking through the barriers of death itself. Oh, my dead darling Lily, it is too late for you, but I promise you this. I will save our children from death, and if need be, I will wrench them back from the blackness with this wonderful concoction, Brennenburg. Amnesia the Dark Descent, referenced once again. Why do you flash? Oh, there's a beast. Okay. There is a beast. What is that? Oh, our child. Our children are dead, man. Our children are dead.
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
You know the way to damnation. Looking like Chernobyl in here.
Hold still, for God's sake, hold still, child. Don't let it get into your eyes. I'm gonna rinse it out now. There. It will be fine. You just need to lie down. Enoch, look to your brother. How many
Enoch.
times have I told you not to play in the cellar?
Okay, well, I do agree with Mandus. Oswald? I do agree with Oswald that it is getting repetitive. What do I do? I'm doing now. Okay. Another valve.
I told you he'd come.
Extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. And you built it all. Good God, man. You have been busy.
It is wonderful how tragedy focuses the mind. What else was I to do? Fall into grief, pine,
Wonderful.
and fade in my hopelessness? Why not then simply die in that jungle amongst those dead temples?
What do you mean wonderful? Sick, man. Oh, this is the title screen right there. Interesting. That's going to be relevant somehow. Sure, turn everything on. Okay. We've done it. Why is that illuminated specifically? Same two books everywhere. Finally, the game smoothed out again. It'll give me a headache. No! The collar, the neck, the noose. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of water, a pinch of salt, a handful of mint, a bay leaf, a herb, a skeleton key for the nursery, and a mixing will go together. Son of a bitch. There's another area back there, man. And we're back to 20 FPS. Hello?
I have such visions to share with thee. If my jaw be unshackled and you harvest the crust from my eyes, make me clean, Mandus, that my thoughts and words can unfoul it be.
Huh? 8/22/99. In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me, this seems folly. But perhaps it is simply a case of a notion founded without a history of its own. Well, yeah, if it was just founded, it wouldn't have history of its own yet. How do you found a nation with whatever? I guess you could have history with it. Whatever. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted into the very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talked of this. They talked of how, when building underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What palaces? Can somebody cut that music off? Lie buried beneath us. We are digging, excavating and reapproaching what we find. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me there is a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. Not wrong, actually. Okay. Seriously, somebody turn that damn music off. It's a shirt. 5/1/99. But then, what if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brute were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own god? I have seen these things, and I will tell you now, no, they will not. But they will happily accept fealty to a god thrust upon them and worship it thus given. In this I realize they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. Once this irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we cut the man. In order to cross that great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. The ravings of a madman. Get that chair out of my face. I said get it out of my face. No reflection. We're a vampire. $10/11/99. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry using low levels of a laudanum derivative, of course, to feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other components, or themselves. Sure, but then the drug ends up in the product. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits. And we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means that we can use music to further soothe the product. We find Debussy particularly effective in this regard. Debussy is very effective at calming. I know it is for me. I can't go a single day without Debussy. Druid. Warning, fueling pumps, volatile chemicals are in use. These materials are highly corrosive. Wear protection. Protection is a must. Now see, that's just a shame. You killed all those pigs and then you didn't even honor them by using them with anything. You know? Yeah. That's a damn shame. Nor do the pig spirits revolted. Rebelled. Didn't even use them for anything. Now what? The path is clear. It seems this chemical processor is merely one part of a much larger complex. No easy route for me then. I will follow my fever. The calls of my children wherever they may lead me as I move further into this strange empire. The factory offices. All the suggestions of a large workforce, yet no actual signs of life. It is every bit as if someone has attempted to carefully create the illusion of a working factory complex, yet this facade, when examined closely, is clearly just a falsification. But I must put aside my anxieties, quell the unease that pits my stomach, and continue on my path. Pumping station. It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I have seen automobiles demonstrated at Mr. Yarum and Mr. Simmons's works, but the smell here is all wrong. This is not petroleum, of that I am sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. Truck fueling station. Okay. Probably need a truck to use that. I'm guessing that's locked over there. Oh. 928.99. Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might think like a man, as if this is to be desired. One might almost boast of creating a man who breathes like a pig, men and women upon all fours rutting carelessly, spreading their filthy little missives into the streets, alleys, and gutters, running freely with a careless spill of their conjoinings, the air thick with the whimperings of lust, bodies streaked with their own emissions. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased he will spray his seed over passers-by, and yet this is the condition Babbage aspired to. Don't know who Babbage is. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornicate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage as I reject these men of government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. A machine that might think like a man. You mean like AI? Imagine trying to explain to somebody in 1899 artificial intelligence. Trying to explain this. Trying to explain what I'm doing right now. Creating videos to put on the internet. Right? It seemed like magic. Or heresy, witchcraft. Thanks for the subtitles for strangers not allowed on this works. Inquiries to be made at the lodge. The lodge? I mean, like the office or something? So we're in a giant slaughterhouse area. That's where we are. Look at that moon. It's like we're in the Precambrian era. Look how big that thing is. Boycott. Ban swine stench from our streets. Mandis factory must close. Sewing machine company. Little Minnie Palmer. Bellyard. Delivery schedule. How in blazes are we supposed to meet those damn schedules if even the basic equipment we are provided with simply will not perform its designated function? These cursed newfangled... How do people in England talk like that all the time? These cursed newfangled trucks will only run a fraction of the distance my old nag managed before running out of stinking gasoline. The gaffer says it's fine, and there's plenty of pumps to refill them outside the factory walls. But you end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it, and the one in the storeroom is empty again. I can't be turning that crank handle all day only to find the tank is empty. Well, sod it, says I. Enough for a night. Into my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the bleeding graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, you're a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Damson Templar for a jar. Okay. I can't imagine early vehicles being piles of shit. Look at this fucking thing. What a pile of crap.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
No good? And yeah, they were crank started. I forgot about that. Early cars, early automobiles were crank started, dude. Oh man. Do we need gas or something? Oh, you Americans are so stupid. Why do you call it gas? Why do you call it gas? It's not gas, it's freaking liquid. Gasoline. Gas is a better name because it's short for gasoline than petrol is. You're not putting straight petroleum in your car. I jape. Okay. That's scary looking. What? Oh. Yeah. That's fun. That's exciting. What now? Holy orders. This church is connected to the plant. How odd. However, it does suggest another route into the main part of the facility. Given the locked doors, this is different from how I was reading it before. Given the locked doors around the fueling station, the truck blocks my way, however, almost as if the saboteur knew that I might consider this alternative entrance. There we go. A strange container. This canister looks as if it may fit the fuel pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same fetid unholy reek. I will not think of what I saw past me in this cage. I will not go into that dark machine room, okay? Sorry, I just didn't feel like reading that one in particular. Okay. Okay, so as I guessed, this lights up where we are. So, what, we're in the third area out of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 areas? Interesting. Okay. Oh. Shooting sparks out. Does it have gas in it? Oh, I think I know what to do. We gotta go back to that other area. There was a gas pump. Do we need to go over there? Yeah, there's a pig there. We gotta go back. Fill this thing with gas. Bring it back. Gas the truck up. Start it. And then drive. Right? Jump up there, fool. Okay. Okay. I think we're good in here. A fast getaway. Dear sweet Lord of all that is good and holy, I must make my escape, grasp this container, this putrid contents, and flee this place for that creature, that near the man returns. I will head for the church, surely such an abomination could not follow in the hollowed ground. Yeah. Okay. Silly pig, I have been through way worse than you. I have survived the trenches of the First World War. I have survived trans-dimensional realms, given birth to, well, it wasn't a demon, but given birth. I have survived the shadow of Castle Brennenburg. It will take more than a pig to frighten me. Great. Aboard! Hop aboard. Get on this thing, get this shit out of here. Or not. All that just to make it go back 2 inches.
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
I don't like going into graveyards or anything like that, but... Oh, what is that? Is that a man creature? A man pig thing? What I find interesting is looking at the gravestones and looking like when the person lived and died. You know? Like, especially if you come across like an old one that's like, you know, 1700 to 1739. You know? And then 60% of the people died from consumption. Illuminati? They just don't have anything interesting on them. Too bad. What does that mean? Into the church. Livestock and Bibles. The wires came up out of the ground whilst he lay on the grass asleep. Like serpents they were, and they burrowed into his ears and became his listening. That's unpleasant. Inside St. Dunstan's. Dunstan? We sat here, I remember. We sat in our black and we moaned and we prayed and we bowed our heads. How I hated God then. How I spurned him. If this is our Lord, this pig who robbed me of my wife, and I refute his embrace, I will carve a new God for us all. Such madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here, I feel the machine throb beneath the flags, and I know my path awaits me. Flags, I think, means flagstones, like the ground. Yes, I saw it already. All right, I think that's where we're gonna end the first episode. It's highly disappointing. The game runs really choppy. This game has began very, very similarly, pretty much exactly to all the other games, which is to be expected, if not a little bit disappointing. I can't fault this game because it's only the second one in the series. I do perhaps wish that maybe the third and fourth ones, meaning Rebirth and the Bunker, perhaps began in a different way. I guess they kind of did, because Rebirth, you start in an airplane, but then you crash and you have amnesia and you wake up. And then in the Bunker, you're fighting in a trench and then you get blown up and then you wake up and you have amnesia. I guess it's kind of different. I don't know. It's interesting enough to keep playing it. Not really much relating to amnesia in general. Outside of a kind of, vague reference to Brandenburg. And perhaps an orb. Mentioned something about an egg. We're only an hour and a half in. Had our kind of sort of first encounter with a creature, a man-pig hybrid, right? So I'm interested to see where this goes, and I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.